Hello everyone, this is Anish Verma and you're listening to the Empower Your Mind for Success podcast, a podcast for anyone who wants to build an entrepreneurial mindset. So yesterday we spoke about that we are a physical manifestation in this life on the planet Earth of a supreme thought, a thought by someone much more above and grandeur than us. And if that is the case, what is the thought that we are manifesting in this life? And I spoke about a thought could be an idea, it could be purpose, and I said that let's say that it is the purpose, and that means that we have a purpose to fulfill in the physical manifestation of our this lifetime. So, under that context, with that assumption, with that belief moving forward, how would you fulfill your purpose in this lifetime? Of course, the first point is you need to know what your purpose is. And there are several ways of doing it. I spoke about that yesterday in my podcast as well. But let's say you know your purpose and now you want to go about fulfilling it. And to do that, you need to do some goal setting. About a month and a half, 2 months ago, I would say, I'd done a podcast on goals, and I want to repeat some of those things today under the 5 secrets that I had documented in one of my ebooks. And the book was written, the ebook was written with the context that when you use these 5 secrets to document your goals, then your probability of achieving the goals is much higher. Now, understand that documenting your goals is an intellectual process, but achieving your goals is a lawful process. What do I mean by that? When I say a lawful process, it means that achieving your goals is not instantaneous. It's not magical. It takes time, it takes dedication, it takes work, and it takes a certain belief system in yourself and a faith in the universe that you will be able to achieve your goals. Okay, there is a certain way of around the lawful process that you will have to follow to achieve your goals. And again, I'm not talking anything mystical, magical, or voodoo. This is pretty much the same process, the same lawful process that applies for anything in the world, in the universe, and this is the lawful process that all the entrepreneurs or all successful people apply, knowingly or unknowingly. But I want to talk about the 5 secrets to goal setting that you need to know. Right? The other part of the context that I want you to understand is that whether you believe you can achieve your goals or whether you believe you can't, you are right. Now, what I mean by that is that your belief system, which resides in your subconscious mind, in your limbic brain portion of your brain, is formed based on what you have been hearing since you were born until now. And until the age of 7, you don't have an ability to filter out things that you might have heard while you were growing up. So if people said that you are stupid, you don't know things, you don't understand fast enough, or if they said, hey, you are great, you're going to be one of the great leaders in the world, you're very good looking, you're very smart, whatever was said to you, you believe. Now you don't have a choice in it because until age 7, you have not been able to put a filter before things enter your subconscious mind, right? So whatever you believe in is not even yours. Okay, understand this. Now, after age 7, until you are a teenager, you start building your conscious mind or your your analytical brain, your logical brain, which resides in the neocortex, and you try to understand that people may be kidding, people who are giving you that feedback are not the people that you need to believe in. But in some cases, they are your siblings or your parents or your teachers or your relatives, and they are in your environment, and you constantly hear the good or the bad, right? Either way, What that means is the environment that you are in has a much larger impact on your belief system than your genetic makeup. Okay, and there is science behind this to prove this. Epigenetics, quantum physics, all these science specialities explain this phenomena in great detail with a lot of evidence and scientific proof. But for now, just understand that that is how it works. Now, this doesn't mean that your belief system is permanent, right? The good thing is that you can change your belief system. You can fine tune your subconscious mind. You can train your subconscious mind to believe in things that are going to be in your favor. Now, how do you do that? Is by repetition. You need to create an environment that will be positive, that will reinforce your goals, will help you remind what they are so that you can strive to achieve them. You will have to seek mentors in your life who will be able to help you and lead the way for you to show you how you can achieve your goals, because whatever your goals are, chances are pretty high that someone has already been there, done that, achieved those kind of goals. Now, can you repeat that? Probably not identically, but you can definitely model it by understanding your own strengths and weaknesses and challenges and how you behave under stress, right? Because your context is different. So if you can create this, you need to repeat, you need to have habits and the right rituals. You create a positive environment around yourself and you surround yourself with people who are going to help you, support you. Then you can retrain your subconscious mind. Okay. Your subconscious mind cannot forget anything. There is no erase or backspace or delete button in your subconscious mind. Which the only way you can overwrite your belief system in your subconscious mind is repeating things to dilute the negative aspects of your belief system that may be related to your negative self-image or your abilities or the lack of. And once you do that, once you dilute those thoughts, then you will be able to retune your subconscious mind. Now again, this is also backed by science. There is a new stream of science or a new phenomena called as neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity basically says that by repetition, by being aware or conscious about what you say when you talk to yourself, you can rewire the neurons in your brain favorably so that you can achieve whatever you set your goals on. Okay, it can be done. It is documented very well by Dr. Shad Helmstetter in his book What to Say When You Talk to Yourself. He has also written another book called as Power of Neuroplasticity. So there are multiple ways and things that you can do. Now, under this understanding and the context that I've given you, now let's talk about the 5 secrets to goal setting, because you need to understand the context and the lens that I have used, because without that context, it won't be easier for you to apply these 5 secrets. So the first secret to goal setting is that your goals should be based on why and who approach, not on the what approach. So some of the most popular goals that people set at the beginning of the year, New Year resolutions as they call them, is, hey, I want to lose weight, I want to lose inches. That is more of like the what approach, right? The why and the who approach will be, I want to be healthier because I want to be able to participate in activities with my kids. I want to play a sport. And by the way, by doing this, I'm going to be a role model for my children and my community or whoever looks up to me, right? So that is the why and the who approach. It's basically based on the identity that you want to build for yourself. Now, why do you want to use this why and who approach? The first reason is when you use the what approach, which is not driven by a desire of being healthy, in case of the example that I gave, then your motivation will eventually fade away, which it does. Motivation always fades away. Darren Hardy says, when motivation fades away, discipline takes over. And you will never be disciplined by being a good student of habits and rituals unless your goal is based on a burning desire of the identity that you want to establish for yourself within a certain period. Now, when you set goals based on why and who approach, they take longer to accomplish because you need to change your identity. You need to change your thought process. You need to change your belief systems. You need to reprogram your software. I mean, your software of your mind, right? So the first secret is the why and the who. The second secret is big goals. You need to set big goals. If you don't set big goals, if the goals don't make you feel uncomfortable, if the goals don't make you push yourself and get yourself out of the comfort zone, then what is the point of having the goal? If you can achieve the goal easily, it's not a goal worth setting, because you can achieve it pretty quickly. And you may still want to do that to achieve something short term. But I'm talking about goals to fulfill your purpose, because you have been physically manifested on this earth, in this body that you have, for a very specific reason. Right? So you need to have big goals. And you can have big goals by thinking big, right? David Schwartz, in his book Magic of Thinking Big, has mentioned that, the bigger you think, the bigger your goals will be, right? And there are several ways of thinking big, right? You can start looking at the lifestyles of the rich and the famous. You can look at the lifestyles of the people that you follow closely. And when I say big goals, they don't have to be financially big goals, right? The goal has to be big enough for you to step out of your comfort zone. You need to work towards achieving your goal, which again means it will take time. It is for the lawful process of the universe. You cannot harvest the crop the day you sow the seed, right? There is a gestation period. There is a period when the seed gets converted into a sapling, into a small plant, before it becomes a tree, before it can bear fruits. There is a lawful process behind that, right? So you need to set big goals, right? The third is you need to write down your goals. And there is a ritual that you need to set up around this, right? Now, the reason you need to write down your goals, and ideally with a piece of paper and pen or a pencil, not just type it electronically in your phone. There is a lot of science that says that when you write your goal with your own hand, with a paper or with a pen or pencil, it triggers certain neuron connections in your brain that commits the goal into your mind much more deeper than any other way. Okay, so write down your goals. Now, the ritual around this is you should write down your goals once in the morning and read them. Write down your goals once in the evening before you go to sleep and read them, right? If you don't want to do that, right, you can write down your goal very well 2 to 3 times and leave that piece of paper on the side table of your bed before you go to sleep. And you can also keep it somewhere in your office that is the first thing that you read when you get to the office, or you can read it when you get off, before you get off the bed, right? But you have to write down your goals and set rituals that will remind you of what your goals are. Okay, we need to remind ourselves again and again. Remember, right, I spoke about the subconscious mind, which can be fine-tuned by repetition. So this way, repeating your goals and writing it down, or reminding yourself or reading your goals every day twice, will help you remember, and that will set in motion all the things for that day, for that week, for that month, to ensure that the universe, through your subconscious mind, is working towards achieving of your goal. Remember, the subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between good, bad, ugly. The subconscious mind goes out to the universe to achieve whatever you want to, based on the command that you give it through repetition. Okay? So you have to be careful and ethical about the goals you set. You don't want to set goals that are going to be harmful for anybody. You need to set goals that are going to help you and will help you help your community or your fellow human beings, right? That is what you need to be very careful about. Okay, so write down your goals every day, or read them every day, twice, thrice a day, to commit it to your memory and into your subconscious mind. The fourth secret is that you have to pay the price. Okay, if the goal is big, which means you're going to step out of your comfort zone, if the goal is based on a new identity that you need to have by the end of the year or by the end of 6 months, That means you will have to change things that you're doing today. You will have to pay the price. You will have to give up certain things that you're doing. Maybe, spending too much time on social media, watching television, watching Netflix, binging on movies and shows. You will have to cut down on that. Going out to the bar with your friends, whatever it is that you do, you will have to start cutting down on that, because now you need to create more time in a day, in the same 24 hours, so that you can go after achieving your goals, right? There is a price to be paid for the prize to be had, okay? And that is the law of the universe. It doesn't work any other way. When you sow the seed, you have to ensure you're sowing the seed in the right fertile ground. You need to water the ground. You need to ensure you put the right fertilizer so that weeds don't grow in the ground. And when the tree starts, when the seed starts, after some gestation period, becomes a plant, becomes a sapling, you need to give it support so that it grows appropriately and properly, right? So for doing that, those are all the things that you have to do in farming. The same thing applies in our lifetime for our goals as well. You have to pay the price. You have to pay the price to ensure that you can achieve your goal, okay? And the last secret to successful goal setting and achievement is visualization. You need to visualize your goal, and I will tell you why, right? I spoke about writing down your goal, which you have to, or read it, right? The other thing is you need to associate pictures with your goal. Now, when you choose a picture, it may be about an object or a what, right? Let's say your goal is to buy a car, save enough money to buy a car in one straight payment within 12 months. Then you need to have the picture of that car. If you want to have a healthy life, you need to have a picture of yourself with 6 abs, or of a role model with 6 abs on it, if that is what you are trying to achieve. If you want to be a good father or a good mother to your children, then you need to have a picture that reminds you or reflects that. A happy family, everybody smiling, everybody being around you is something that you want to put a picture of. Now, what happens is, why you need to visualize is because our minds work based on pictures and visualizations, okay? The other thing that your subconscious mind does is, it doesn't know the difference between a thing actually happening or whether you are imagining it. It is going to trigger the same neurons, the same muscles will get signals to do certain things, irrespective of whether you're dreaming it or the thing is actually happening. So let's say you're afraid of snakes and you see a snake on your driveway or in your garden, you're going to panic and run and freeze or do something, right? The same neurons and muscles will be triggered in your body even when you are seeing a picture of the snake in a book, or when you are thinking that there is a snake somewhere, right? It does the same thing. So why your brain does that way is because you have associated a picture of a snake with fear, and when that picture is formed, your brain cells trigger the same neurons, the same chemicals, the same adrenaline rush into your muscles, so that you either run or you do something else to attack the animal to save yourself, okay? So so when you do that, right, when you associate a picture of your goal, it will help you achieve that goal more, right? Ideally, you want to associate a feeling of achieving your goal, right? So let's say the goal was to have a car all paid in one shot in 12 months. Then what is that car going to do for you? What kind of a feeling will that give you is something also that you want to visualize, right? If the buying the car in one shot is going to give you a feeling of achievement, is going to give you an ability to go to places on vacation that you cannot right now, then you want to have a picture of that as well, right? So you want to associate a feeling to the goal when you're visualizing it. Okay, because again, feelings are associated with the limbic brain. It's an emotion which is associated with the subconscious mind. And your subconscious mind has unlimited capacity. Your conscious mind, your neocortex, is logical, analytical, rational. It cannot multitask, and it has limitations. Okay, so So if you can follow these 5 secrets to goal setting, I'm sure that you will achieve your goals. And all the people who achieve their goals, successful entrepreneurs, successful executives, follow these goal setting secrets. Okay, so just to repeat, to summarize, the goal setting secrets are: document your goals based on the why and the who approach. Have big goals, right? The third secret was write it down. Secret number 4 is pay the price, and 5th secret is visualize. I hope this helps. I hope you can apply these as soon as possible and take advantage of it. You don't have to set goals only in the first month of the year. You can set the goals anytime you want to and go after achieving them. Thank you for listening. Remember, you have unlimited potential. Own it. Until next time, take care.